Hello everyone, today we are creating the Stirrups reinforcement template, also known as the links reinforcement template, where the software in a few clicks gives you the total stirrup reinforcement quantities in kg or in tons, the total number of stirrups in each column, as well as the total length of each stirrup of each column. So let's begin. But before we begin building the template, let me very quickly show you the completed template first. I'll name it links Rebar column type 1 and then provide the details 10 mm dia and then the corresponding bar width and then the center to center spacing. I'll provide the column height 3.5 meters and then the rod projection 0.75 meters. I'll provide the column width 0.23 and the column breadth 0.23. I'll then provide the cover and then the hook 0.09 meters, and of course we have two number of hooks. I'll then click on OK to highlight and then highlight, and with those clicks the software has generated the total reinforcement links required in those highlighted columns. And to see more details on this rebar, all you have to do is to come to the Takeoff and then double click on it. And at the bottom of our templates form, you'll find the total link length in meters 0.9 meters and the total number of links in each column 22 number of links. The software also has a way for you to work a bit faster than this. I'll show you. I will activate the same template. I'll then provide the details. Only that this time we provide the number of columns we want to highlight, 4 numbers. I'll then click on OK to highlight and then highlight anywhere I wish to on the drawing. And with that single highlight, the software has generated the total reinforcement links quantities of those 4 number of columns. Amazing, right? And the software does not stop here. It also gives you more details in the estimating. I will show you. I'll click on the estimating tab, and in the estimating, the software has a record the total quantity of reinforcement in kg, the bar weight used, the dia in millimeter, the total link length, as well as the total number of links in each column, 22 numbers. And in the next minutes, I'll show you how I have built this template. So without any delay, let's jump right in. To build this template, you click on templates. You then choose the tab you wish to save this template into. If you want to create a new tab for your template, you can click on this new tab button and then name and create the tab you wish to save this template into. Next, we ask, which of the tools can cover this requirement? Our template is related to counting, so of course it's the count tool. Let's click on it. I will name it Stirrup Rebar and then click on OK. Now our template is created, but it needs some customization. So I'll come to the template, right click on it and then click on Properties. I'll then click on Advanced. To create the Stirrup reinforcement template, we need to form a few properties, and I want these properties to be in this estimating. So I'll come in estimating and click on any property in estimating and then click on this Add Property button. I'll name my first property bar weight. I'll then click on OK. Next property, dia. I'll click on OK. Next property, number of columns. Next property, column height. Next property, rod projection. Next property, total height. Next property, center to center spacing. Next property, links quantity. Next property, column width. Next property, column breadth. Next property, cover. Next property, cover size. Next property, cover sum. Next property, hook. Next property, number of hooks. Next property, hook sum. Next property, width bar. Next property, breadth bar. Next property, total bar. Next and the last property, link length. I'll then click on OK. Now I have my properties. Next, I will want to assign units for this newly created properties of ours. So I'll come to the first one, bar weight, the bar weight in kg, the dia in millimeter, the number of columns is numbers, and here we have it. But when I check my form, you can see that the software still does not access these things. This is because in order for the software to access these things, we need to check off the boxes of the properties we want the software to access. So I'll come to the first one, bar weight, and then tick it box, and the dia, and the number of columns, and the column height. There are also certain items I do not want to see when putting my form together, so I'll scroll to untick them. Next, I would like to have a list of options from which to choose from when choosing my dia, the corresponding bar weight, and the center to center spacing. So I'll get to the dia property and then double click on it. I'll then provide the list I want to see in the drop down menu. I'll double click on the bar weight to provide the corresponding bar weights. I'll then change the decimals to 3 decimal places and then click on OK. I'll double click on the center to center spacing to provide the list as well. I'll then change the decimals to 3 decimal places and then click on OK. I also want to list from the cover sides how many covers and then the number of hooks. Next, I would like the software to remember something for the visuals. So I will come to the dia, and in it I want the software to remember 10 mm dia and then the corresponding bar weight and then the center to center spacing. And for the number of columns, I want the software to remember the number 1. This one represents each when you are highlighting each column individually. And then the cover. The cover can be 25 mm or 50 mm depending on your drawing or specification. I'll then select the number of sides, 2 numbers, and then also the number of hooks, 2 numbers. The cover is in 3 decimal places, so I'll double click on the cover property and then change the decimals to 3 numbers. I'll double click on the hook to change it to that as well, 3 numbers. I'll click on OK. And when I now check the form, you will see that the software has respected our demands. We have the 10 mm dia and the corresponding bar weight and the center to center spacing reflected. However, the form is not looking any good, and to put it together, I'll need to get back to advanced and then click on this form layout. The form layout allows us to rearrange and adjust. I want the dia, the bar weight, and the center to center spacing to be on the same row. So I'll click on the center to center spacing and then push it up. I'll then tick these boxes to have them on the same row. I want the column height and the rod projection to be on the same row. So I'll click on it and then push it up close to column height and then tick this box to have them on the same row. I now want the shape, the color, and the fill type to be down below. So I'll come to them and then push them down. I now want the name and the number of columns to be on the same row, so I'll click this box to tick it, and the column width and the column breadth to be on the same row, and the cover and the cover size on the same row, and the hook and the number of hooks on the same row, and then the shape, the color, and the fill type on the same row as well. Next, I would love to see units appear on them, so I'll come to the boxes of the properties I want to see units on them, and then tick off their units boxes. Now I have my desired form. I'll click on OK to get back to advanced. I'll then click on the form to see how it looks. As you can see, everything is as desired. I'll now get back to advanced to finalize my computation and then set the formula. I'll come to my first computation, total height, and in it, I want the column height to add with the rod projection. Next is the link quantity, and in it, I want the total height to divide by the center spacing, and then to add with the number 1. Next is the cover sum, and in it I want the cover to multiply by the cover sides. Next is the hook sum, and in this bar I want the hook to multiply by the number of hooks. Next, the width bar, and in this bar I want the column width to subtract the cover sum. I'll carefully highlight them all and then put them in bracket, and whatever the result comes, I want it to multiply by the number 2. Next is the breadth bar, and in it I want the column breadth to subtract the cover sum. I'll carefully highlight them all and then put them in bracket, and whatever the result comes, I want it to multiply by the number 2. Next, link length, and in this bar I want the width bar to add with the breadth bar, and then to also add with the hook sum. Next and the last, total bar, and in this bar I want the link length to multiply by the links quantity. Now I have my computation, and to finalize everything I need to get to quantity formula bar, and in it I want this takeoff to multiply by total bar. I'll drag it, and then to also multiply by the number of columns, and to multiply by the bar weight. I'll then change the units to kg. And now the software gives us the result in kg, and if you want the result in tons, simply click on the bar and then click on these 3 dots. You highlight everything and then put it in bracket, and whatever the result comes, you want it to divide by 1000. And once I hit this OK button, the software will then give us the result in tons and not in kg. In this class, we are dealing with the result in kg and not in tons, so I will cancel this. I'll then hit the OK button, and our template Stirrup Rebar is created. We now need to get back to home and put it to test. To test it, I'll first off this highlight. I'll then get to the tab I saved the template, and here I can see it. I'll click on the green button to activate it. I'll then provide the details. Stirrup Rebar, column type 1, 10 mm dia, the corresponding bar weight, the center spacing, and then the column height 3.5 meters, and then the rod projection 0.75 meters, and then the column width 0.23, and the column breadth 0.23 as well. I'll then provide the cover and then the hook 0.09 meters, and of course we have 2 numbers of hook. I'll then click on OK to highlight, and then highlight. For the faster method, I'll also test it. I'll then provide the details. This time around, we want to highlight all the columns at once, so I'll change the number of columns from each to the number of columns we want to highlight, 4 numbers. I'll then click on OK to highlight, and then highlight anywhere I wish to on the drawing. And our template Stirrup Rebar is ready for use across multiple projects. And in the next videos, we will continue expanding our reusable PlanSwift templates library. Thank you everyone for watching, and I will see you in the next one.